Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. It looks like we are good to go. Excuse me. All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I changed up my setup just a tad here. Basically, I'll be looking at the computer monitor right there from now on. That way I'm going up and down, up and down. To read your comments, I'll be going right there. And to do any setting stuff, I'll have this far monitor on the right-hand side. But yeah, guys. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki wants to say hello. Loki has his toy right here, and he's very excited about it. I think I see him behind me. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. But he's having a good day. Boop. Boop. Move this microphone up close to me. Boop. Boop. He seems to be almost there. Attack. Oh, that was the gentlest attack I've ever seen. But anyway, guys, happy to see you guys all back. A lot to talk about today. Two big things I guess we're going to be talking about, because I know people are just going to be asking questions about them. First one, of course, is the crypto world. What's happening over there with the big crash that happened. Definitely surprised the crap out of me yesterday. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about this like Epstein stuff, because I think Low Roller Scratcher's been loving to talk about this type of stuff over the past few weeks. But basically, a lot of information to kind of go through here. Basically, you know, should you be buying, should you be selling, things of that nature, because most of you guys, if you bought yesterday, besides maybe a few picks, there's a good chance your stop losses hit just like they did with a couple of my plays, and you're pretty much just kind of wondering, well, do I get back in? Is it still kind of too scary of a moment to hop in? Stuff like that. So that's kind of the gist of what we're going to be talking about here today. And hey, Nicholas, Barry, Drifter, E-Trev, Diaz, hope you guys are all doing well. As far as I'm concerned, guys, I'm still happy with the market. I'll be talking about it for a second. Personally, guys, I'm doing okay. Long day, a lot of errands. Called a friend to say hi. That was nice to catch up with him. But basically, a lot of errands today. They finally finished the floor in my living room. They repainted the walls, the drywall's all back to where it needs to go. So later on today, I'm going to have my sister actually come over, or come down, I guess, and she's going to help me put everything back together so it looks very nice and spiffy. The computer's staying in here, the workstation's staying in here. I'm tired of moving stuff around like this, because this is something you got to take apart with screwdrivers and shit and move it across the floor. I ain't doing that. So, personal life, doing okay. I'm happy with it at the moment. Crypto and Cigars channel have its first official video probably sometime this weekend. I got a cigar over here. I might even smoke. A friend of mine gave this to me. I know for a fact this is a pretty cheap cigar. But I you know, it's not like it's a bad cigar, so I'm gonna give it a try and see what it's like. I think I've bought a couple of these before to give out to friends. It's kind of like a cheaper cigar to give out to friends. I think they only retail for maybe like $5, so on the cheap side for sure, but definitely not a bad cigar, I would say. So I might even light this later on today in this one while I'm in this small box, so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. Because eventually I'm going to be smoking pretty regularly on the other channel, but not this channel. This channel is kind of a rarity, I would say. Okie dokie. Alright, so now that we have the charts on here, this is basically what I'm seeing. This is kind of basically what's going on. You can see a lot of the scary stuff going on. Let's just start off with the weekly chart, kind of go back and forth here. Alright, so as far as the weekly chart, we did get into that order block. We did get rejected out of the order block. It doesn't look like we're in a dangerous spot, because if you go over here to the weekly chart, let me just go back over here. That's fine for now. What do you guys see? We're pretty much just back to where we started a few days ago. We're still higher than where we were a couple weeks ago. It's just now that we had that huge shock and everybody's kind of like, uh-oh, what do we do? Are things gonna get worse? Things gonna get better? Yada, 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 right? Let's move over here to the daily chart now. This is where stuff gets kind of more confusing. You guys know that we had talked about this a little bit ago. I was more bullish on yesterday because we broke it out. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's have those stop losses on, but let's just kind of take that chance. Well, I took that chance. And not necessarily on Bitcoin. I told you guys I was doing more altcoins because Bitcoin hadn't had that MACD crossover right here. I was just kind of waiting for it, but psh, good luck having that now. It got smacked down all the way back down to the 50-day moving average, which was a huge, nasty move. So that means from the peak of today to the crash of today, Bitcoin was down almost $5,000 or a little over 10%. Definitely a scary moment for those people who bought up top that did not have stop losses. So just a reminder, stop losses are your friend. Now, what's going on now as far as the daily chart? We have more of a mixed news when it comes to the oscillators. MACD bearish, stochastic bullish, more neutral I would say now, because you can kind of see that crossover that's probably going to happen based off of the news we have today. And then of course you have the RSI staying in that negative direction based off of the move we had during yesterday's day candle, if you will. I want to zoom in here just a second. Whenever we're dealing with this 20, we usually do just have a little bit more volatility on the the 20-day moving average here. I expect that volatility to continue. So this is going to be good for your day traders, but if you're looking for a setup for a swing trade, there really isn't a good one at this time. Altcoins, there could be some, don't get me wrong, but for Bitcoin primarily, the setup for a swing trade is definitely just not looking good. Maybe more on the bearish side, but like I've been saying for the past few weeks, every time we see Bitcoin crash, it's not uncommon for it to come back up, only because of what's been happening with the background spot Bitcoin ETF news. That news has kept Bitcoin going up over and over and over again. No matter what type of crash we've had, we've seen Bitcoin be able to just come back up strong. And I think you're probably going to see more people talk about this over the next few days as people kind of adjust to this scary moment that happened. But we've had these crashes over here, crashes, dumps, I'll just call them dumps, crashes, whatever, over here, and Bitcoin still managed to go up. Since people are really saying this is a new bull market and things like that, we have seen things like this happen before, where you see how we have a massive boom back over here in 2020. This is after the big crash here, so we're not really looking at that. But you can see how Bitcoin soars back up, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin crashes down about 18% or 2,000 bucks. We're kind of used to it at this point, but if you guys are not, here's another example. In these upward rallies, we are pretty reliably going to have these dumps. This one was about a 15% dump or a $3,000 dump here, not as much as the one we saw now, but still, there's more money in Bitcoin now than there was back in the day. Just because we're still up here at 45,000, 44,000, not all the way down here like 18,000. If Bitcoin was back at 18,000, I think we'd all buy a little bit more with the money we have on hand. But that same type of phenomenon that's happening right now, liquidity grab, and a pretty nasty one at that. There were a whole bunch of over leveraged positions, and they just struck that, and you just saw a bunch of stop losses hitting all at the same time, and that's the type of nasty effect you guys are going to see from that. Now, as of right now on the daily chart, I'm not even really encouraged to buy or sell here. It's when you go down to the 4-hour or the hour charts, I get a little bit more personality and say, hey, this is what I want to do. But we did come back down to that order block down here. If you guys took the opportunity to buy, God bless you. You guys did a great thing. I was doing something. I was busy with the people here earlier this morning, but it was definitely a bad day for Bitcoin. Going back over here to the 4-hour chart, you can see everything is still bearish. After a move like this, it kind of makes me feel like we are going to be having that death cross here now between the 50 and the 200. That does make me more concerned that we may actually come all the way back down here to 41,000, 40,500. Again, the last few times we've been in this predicament, we've actually managed to keep on going up. I'm going to stick with that. But there is a lot more warning signs right now, even with the possibility of the Bitcoin spot ETF coming out over the next few days. We're just going to have to keep track of that, okay? That support level now that you guys have to worry about is basically just around 41,000 to 40,500. Maybe even just say 40,000 to 41,000. To me, if we come back down there, I might take one more bite of the apple to try to go long on it. If we start breaking down below those levels, then things are going to get a little bit more concerning. Not terrifying or anything like that, but just... how people are. They get scared about this type of stuff. 1-hour chart is telling you to buy. For me, if I'm buying this right now, you can see the MACD is about to cross over. The stochastic already has crossed over, and the RSI has already crossed over. If you guys are looking to buy, to me, this is something where I would not hold this more than 5 to 6 hours from the time we have the MACD turn green. That long right there should be okay. I would have a stop loss down here around 42,000. So that means I'm risking about $857. Let me bring up one of my secondary accounts with Fairdesk here. Pull it over here. There we go. Let's do a Bitcoin 50x position. Let's make this not, okay, 50x sounds crazy, but let's make it not too much of an actual monetary position. Let's go to, pull this back up here. Where's the stop loss at from a percentage standpoint? 2%. So let's go with a $750 position long from here. It's more risky, I would say, buying right now just because we don't actually have that confirmation on the 1 hour chart. And I was busy today, so I wasn't able to actually take over that. See if I can actually find it. When you buy on the 50-minute, it was a nice rally, but it only lasted for a few minutes. Basically, I'm pretty sure it probably hit some Fibonacci level, but this is just yeah, I ran into a couple, really not the ones you want. Even if you're buying right here, you probably want to see this go back up to 44,135. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. For me, the way I'm looking at my price target here is going to be actually to adjust this a little bit differently. I might have my first scale out at about 43,000. Seems like that first big crack, thing to crack above. My first scale would probably be around here, 43,443, and then up here towards 43,764. If it gets above that, I might only have like 20% of my original position left. I'm not going to really be holding this all too long. Like I said, a few hours, that's it, in and out, see if I can scrape some money together. Let me go back over here and just plop that down. Where is this? 42,000. I'm just going to add a price target here. There you go. I need to have a stop loss based off at what did I say, 42,000? Oh, not 52,000. That'd be interesting. All right, 42,000 stop loss. That's 100% loss, so $750 loss. It's only up 25 bucks for now, so it's kind of just consolidating here, as you guys can imagine. For the price target though, why don't we just go up towards the top right here, 43,500. So what is that going to be with a 50x play? So 1.6%. Let's pull up that Fibonacci level here just in case. I just want to get a little precise measurement. 43,404. Okay, 43,404. Let's do that the first one. Typically I like to go a little bit below it. So I want to do a partial though. $43,404. I like to go a little bit below just for my personal sanity. So let's go to 390 and 43,390. There we go. I will sell off just 25% of the position. Is that 25 or is that 25? Maybe it sounds like 26% or whatever. It'll give me about $110 profit. I'm gonna do confirm. Oh, is this gonna allow me to do multiple positions though? So let me see, confirm. I can add another partial position. Sweet. Okay. Now that next level of resistance that we're going to be trying to do here. This is a more aggressive trade, by the way, just so you guys understand. It's not like it's just going to pop up here out of nowhere. Let's go to 43,700 as that next level. And let's go with a 50% pop. Okay. That'll net me about $356. And then I'll kind of let the rest of it kind of sit for a while and just see what happens afterwards. And then once I maybe see the 15-minute charts start to really cross back over on the bearish side, maybe I'll start to sell off that last little bit, because that'll be about 25%, 50%. There'll be about 25% left over. I think that's fair enough here to give it a shot. It's not a large position. It's $750 with a 50x leverage play with a stop loss. That's not crazy if I can find out where this is. $42,000 stop loss, which means that if I lose this, basically I'm risking about $1,400 ish. So I'll see how it pans out. Normally not the type of trade that I would make. Usually when it comes to this type of stuff, I would be much more inclined to have a shorter stop loss. So the stop loss would actually be right here and not right here. But I want to give it some some wiggle room after we've just had let's just say a large amount of volatility. I was expecting some type of volatility, but not this type, if that makes sense. I was hoping that once we broke out, it'd be a strong support level like we bounced off right here. Just came right down. I want to show you guys what this looked like in the minute chart. I had my computers on, but I was not paying attention to it. So see how we bounced right off, and then once we broke down, within a few minutes, it was all over. People were definitely there to buy, but yeah, it just really shook everybody off in a bad way. All right, back to the 1 hour chart. I think that shows you guys the majority of what's happening here right now. All right, now, as far as I'm concerned there, I just want to see this break above and see what happens next. We haven't had that official buy signal. We won't probably have it for another 25 to 30 minutes here. Now, back to the daily charts, auto. Stock market also tipping over today, also tipping over here today. That was interesting to watch. Sorry, spies should be right there. Yeah, so we're starting to see them actually approach those 20-day moving averages. NASDAQ breaking down. Dow Jones hasn't gone there yet. SPY is right there. So a little bit more concerned. The MACD's turning over. You're starting to see those bearish moves. We haven't seen bearish moves in the stock market as far as oscillators for quite a bit of time, where everything's kind of been saying sell, sell, sell. Definitely more inclined to do puts here. Which kind of sucks because we were just on the edge of going up a little bit higher. Ethereum's kind of funny because we were just talking about this yesterday as far as not going up fairly high, and you know, how it's kind of been like lagging basically. And of course, when it crashed, it didn't necessarily crash as hard as I would have expected it to. I thought it also might break down through this level of support, but now we're still trying to hold this 2151 level, so $2,151, still holding it fairly well. As far as this is concerned though, you can see the death cross is starting to come in here. It's just kind of spooking me a little bit. Not a lot, but it's spooking me. Oil found a reason to go up earlier today. That was kind of nice. It's trying to hold this old level of support back over here of $66. And we're doing it. We do have a death cross right here, which kind of concerns me, but we're managing to do it. Dollar index, we talked about this before, yesterday. It's spiking up. I think there was some other bombing in the Middle East today. Soleimani, I think is his name, bombed his burial ground or something. So you're starting to see a turnaround of the dollar, which is not good for Bitcoin, not good for the stock market. Just a little bit of spookiness going on over there. ADA coming back down like Bitcoin to the 50-day moving average. Dogecoin having a pretty hard day, coming back down to that original order block all the way down here around 7.5 cents. That was hard to swallow. That one was definitely harder to swallow. A lot of different altcoins basically just coming down right now, and you're seeing a lot of those death crosses kind of inbound. And you see ApeCoin right here. This one hit me hard. I don't think I have those Finviz. No, I don't have it on there. But you guys know I have those long-term trades with Finviz right now. They're basically all shit in the mud at the moment. No liquidations because I do my proper, management. They're only 2x positions. Like all of them would have to drop down like 50% in order for me to get liquidated. But basically, I think I was up a little over $100 after the stream last night. I think towards like 11 o'clock at night when I was checking on it. I think now it's down like a good $300. So definitely a massive swing for about the last 24 hours or so. And if you guys want me to check out any specific token, just let me know. But this hit hard for a lot of people, including myself. And hey GT, hey Mike, over under the ETF gets approved next week. A little confusing with these ETF commercials out in the wild. I mean, there's a lot of ETF commercials going on right now. I enjoy them. That makes everything a little bit more mainstream. But yeah, I would say it gets approved sometime this week. Or we get an announcement this week. What's the day today? It's Wednesday. We got 2 days, maybe next week. But, within the next 7 days, I think there's like an 80 to 90% chance we have that decision at least. I think we're going to get one approved. I just don't know which one, but I think we get one. The big news for today, of course, is who's messaging me? Oh, that's just a new post from Elon, a whale stream here. What's his name? Just posted. Yeah, so the Epstein list is now public. I don't even know. This is the big news though. And everybody's going to Bill Cosby. Not Bill Cosby, but Bill Clinton. Sorry, my brain went to that South Park episode where it was Bill Cosby and Bill Clinton. Yeah, it's right here. It's trending, but I just don't know these names though. I can't show you guys video because YouTube will get mad at me. Exhibit DE, 12 pages. I'm gonna let somebody else sort this for me, but as the news kind of breaks, I'm pretty sure you'll see something. Oh, there it is. It's at number 13. It has 400,000 posts. It'll overtake the 2,000 post Netflix or Tubi thing with the Venmo things. It'll overtake it pretty soon. As far as I know, the only thing that's really blocking its way is Cat Williams, because I don't know if you guys watch the Shay Shay podcast. I normally don't, to be honest, but I watched it today and it was very, very, it was very entertaining with Cat Williams. Cat Williams is very non-apologetic type of guy. He brought up Bernie Mac, which is like a great king of comedy, one of the best, in my opinion. But this is going to be one of those big things here. I wish I could just see. Oh, Donald Trump did not visit Epstein's home. I didn't think he did. Did somebody say he did? I'm not in the loop with this type of stuff, but I'm interested in it. Why don't these people share links? That's my thing. Share a link so I could verify it for myself. That's all I care about. This is what I've seen today. This guy going after this judge because he got denied parole. If you guys have a link or something or know where I could find the information, I'll be happy to look it up. I've been interested in this Jeffrey Epstein stuff in a while because I am very skeptical of the government, and I'm really wondering, like, it took a lot of pressure to get this stuff out. It took years of pressure to get this out, and people didn't forget. So I want to see exactly what they were trying so hard to stop from coming out to the public. The only people who got hurt on this roller coaster are the folks who jumped off. Hold. Hey, there are different types of traders out there. You know, some people have leverage and they can't withstand it, like a 5-10% drop in Bitcoin. It just annihilates their position, and they have to, you know, consider stop losses and just keeping their overall portfolios healthy and safe. So for somebody like me who had stop losses hit this morning, you know, it's just part of the deal. The thing is, you know, like I showed you guys yesterday how those oscillators and stuff had been working fairly well, but at the same time I told you guys, well, it's not perfect, but majority of the time it works. It's like 5 steps forward, 1 step back. Stop losses make sure it's a 1 step back proposition, and you're not going 5 steps forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 3 steps back. That's how I kind of view them. But yeah, for long-term holders, no, I didn't sell anything for my long-term positions. But my long-term positions, besides that Fairdesk one, those long-term ones don't have any, how would I say this, any leverage on top of them. There's no reason to have leverage if you're just going to be holding for years, because eventually the fees do rack up a little bit. But if you're trading for a cycle, the fees, nothing compared to the money you're going to be making off of those. But again, you know, you want to make sure you're picking some good ones there. I hope that was a shakeout. I bought this Solana dip hard. I mean, to me, the way the market's been going, I would still be buying here if I had to make a choice. I would still be buying right now, hoping for a larger move on the upside. You know, like I said before, if you really want to get bullish on Bitcoin, you just have to wait for that MACD to cross back over. It didn't cross back over yesterday like I was hoping it would. I was like, oh, I'll preemptively buy this. Yeah, preemptively buying before the data says to buy can sometimes be very stupid. However, yeah, I definitely agree. It was probably a really good idea to be buying up some of those dips. If you have a stop loss that's higher than the price you bought, at least you're going to be walking away with some type of money, and I think that'll be good. Let me grab something here. I've been drinking a lot more and more water because I've been going more and more on walks and you know, just taking Loki. Yeah, I've been running with Loki, trying not to break my ankle as I try to shake him out in the backyard and stuff. So I've been drinking a lot of water, but today water wasn't cutting it, so my sister got me some tamarind juice stuff. I pretty much watered it down because it was kind of too sweet for me, but it's good. Man, it is good. It's watered down, but it's still the best. All right, let me see what else you guys talking about right here. Happy New Year's, Mike and Loki. What other channel am I missing? Oh, hey, Byford. I started another channel. It's not a large one. It's oh, maybe it's Cigars and Crypto. Oh, it is. Sorry, it's not Crypto and Cigars. It's Cigars and Crypto. But it's like an old channel that I had right here. And basically, this is the homepage. I got to change up the homepage here. A lot of the stuff on this homepage is like the stuff that it's all my current videos, like all videos from back in the day. But I'll change it up later. Because right now I only have 2 videos on this channel. One that says Crypto and Cigars channel is here. And then one that says, this from 10 months ago, Lux Lago one. Remember, this channel was originally brought up because YouTube banned this channel that you guys are watching me on now. And I had a big fight with them, and I was like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually, after a while, they're like, oh yeah, you really didn't do anything wrong, we're so sorry. And they apologized, and I was happy about that. I got my channel back, and I kind of stopped posting on that channel as much. So I'm going to turn that one into that Cigars and Crypto channel. You might even already be subscribed to it, unless you maybe you unsubscribe because there was just nothing over there for a long time, which I think a lot of people did. But basically, what that channel is all going to be about is, well, it's Crypto and Cigars. So I might smoke up a cigar while upstairs in the balcony, and I may just talk about my thoughts as far as the crypto market while smoking. Sometimes I'll just do a crypto page while I'm not smoking, just do like an overview of like some weekly or daily data. Kind of what I do here, but I'm not really doing as much except for the members from now on as far as the day-to-day technicals here. Maybe every now and again I'll give you guys some volatile picks, but members are going to get a lot more content here very soon. And then the other channel, a little bit more technicals, but still not a lot of technicals. Smoking cigar tips, me just having fun with cigars, cigar tools. I don't know, I even got this lighter. You might even be able to hear the jet power here. Really good one. I'm probably going to smoke a cigar later on tonight while I'm streaming here, which will be kind of nice, but only while I'm in this little, I can't even, this little box here that I'm in. But yeah, just chilling, relaxing. A lot more phone videos where I'm maybe, mobile format like this or sideways format. I don't know. I think either one's probably going to work. I got these, I actually got like 4 of them scattered around my house because I'm kind of lazy and don't want to move them all the time. I got those types of phone holders where you just kind of screw it up against something that's kind of flat or, tightens up. It has a hinge and everything so you can move the phone around, it can track you. And basically just talking to that. I have professional microphones, not this professional microphone, but the portable ones that you can kind of plug into your phone. Just talk, share my thoughts about the market, what's going on, why I like smoking cigars. Heck, here. Let me light this cigar up a little bit here. Got cedarwood. Normally you can go with the actual the jet one, but something about cedar I just really do enjoy. I think it's a slower process. But it's always nice to do a little bit of a lighter smoke here. You guys, yeah, you can barely see it, which is perfect. I know I shouldn't be saying perfect, but I want to make sure I'm not getting in trouble with YouTube here. I know I probably won't. I did a little bit more research. I can smoke live if I wanted to. But I'd rather keep them separate. Mostly because, there could always be more issues. Well, okay. I don't like it. I know this was cheap when my friend gave this to me, but I just don't like it. It's I think it's artificially sweetened. I can't tell if it's artificially sweetened or not. Like the smoke itself isn't sweet, but what's touching my lips is. So that's a little bit more confusing. I don't know. I'll smoke it once. I won't ever smoke it again. I don't know. It's not necessarily bad. I'm just not. I like tobacco taste. This doesn't taste like tobacco. We'll see if it grows on me. There's 3 parts of the cigar. We'll see as it kind of smokes it down. It'll be okay. Any Daily Pete's think we're going up? I mean, right now I'm hoping you're right. I bought a little bit earlier than I wanted to because we didn't have the MACD crossover here, but I'm hoping that crossover comes. And sometime, I would say over the next hour and a half, we have a launch up towards 43,000. That's really just my short-term price target. After that, we'll see how much higher we want to go. But definitely going to see people thinking of this as buying a dip and going higher. I think the majority of Twitter is probably saying, or X is saying, hey, buy the dip, go, diamond hands, let's go, that type of mentality. So you will see a lot of people be buying up more and more as the night goes on. I don't want to see all these order blocks right now. I think this is actually kind of annoying. So let's drop that down to 2. There we go. That's a lot cleaner, isn't it? Is Nexo a safe platform to keep my crypto that gave great rewards? I haven't heard anything bad about Nexo, so I would say yes, but I'd really just do some deep digging in Reddit, see if anybody over there has had any problems with them, kind of see what the problems were been about. But if the majority of the community thinks it's fine, I think you should be fine with it. I like to spread out my money a little bit, though, not keep it all in one basket, because sometimes the rewards can be too attractive to be true. I don't think Nexo's is, but you get what I'm saying. Regeneron continues to rise at 917. Wow, I think it's bumping up here. Oh, and hey, Monster, happy to see you back, man. Let me know if you have any questions. Mike, have 7K to try and make some spare money. What crypto would you park for the short term? Ooh, man, it's hard to say park it somewhere for the short term. I would say get yourself a 1-month bond and just, or a 1-month T-bill and just hold it for a little bit. We got kind of skeptical right here just because of the big dump. And if this is a potential top, it's going to be hard to make some profit off of it. I wouldn't even put the whole 7K into the pot. I might just look at some puts on options at this point for maybe for the next week and a half. Try to hold it for maybe 2 to 3 days, maybe up to 5 days, but not the full 10 days of 2 weeks. You find something that's turning around like an Nvidia or an Apple right now, that's probably where I'd be putting my money at. The thing is, at this point, it's more risky to even put anything in the traditional markets because we have some news coming out here pretty soon, and that news is going to be another big shift. Park money, I just park it in the earn account for a few days and see where it goes. Bitcoin itself isn't really you could buy, like I'm buying right now for Bitcoin. I have a long position, but the technicals don't fully support that yet, and the stop loss is still a 2% stop loss, so you're kind of risking 2% right there. So if you're okay with that 2% loss, if you want to have leverage or something like that, you can. But that's the type of risk I'm willing to take, not more than 2%, which means I'm not even hopping into different altcoins right now. I'm kind of just patiently waiting. Arbitrum seemed to be one of those altcoins that was doing okay yesterday. You might look into that one a little bit, but overall, I'm kind of skeptical even tossing in large amounts of money. If this Bitcoin trade doesn't go my way, I think I lose about $1,400 or something like that. Excuse me, $1,500. So, that's about as much money as I'm even willing to risk at this point. It's a $750 long with a 50x leverage with a 2% stop loss. So, you know, it can go down quite a bit. Wait. Down 2%. Yeah, it's 200%. Yeah. That's 100% loss. Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. Let's see. Hey, Carl, good evening. Could you check Rad and Rose? I can check one of them for you. I'll just check out Rose. That looks pretty similar to Bitcoin. This one looks a little bit more bearish, though, in the 1 hour, just because of that 20 moving average. The daily chart looks like everything's tipping over here, unfortunately. I'm hoping altcoins aren't going to lead Bitcoin down. That would just break my heart. Your next big support level seems to be right over here around 0.097, so a little bit under 10 cents, which is a pretty big drop from 12.5 cents that we're at now. Let me just... This smoke is fine. It's good tobacco. It's just... that sweetness, I'm not a fan of it. Okay. 4 hour chart. 4-hour chart shows some stabilization. You see that gold, excuse me, see that death cross coming over here? That kind of concerns me a little bit. If you were to go long here, there's that. Okay, sorry. The car pulled up into my driveway and then just like backed up. I don't know who the heck it was because nobody's supposed to be coming to my house right now. Anyway, sorry about that. If I was to have a stop loss right now, I'd either be doing the order block, which is around here at 0.11439, so a little bit underneath 11.5 cents, or you can actually be a little bit tighter here for more of a day trade. This is what I'd probably be going for. I would have the stop loss right here at 0.11819, so a little bit below 12 cents. Have that price target be something more up here where you have some more of these moving averages. To me, it would kind of just be around 13 to 13.2. So that's this level. 13.2. That zone right there. If I were to toss in a Fibonacci, which is kind of crazy because of how much this crashed, but your typical one level is kind of much higher up here around 14 cents and kind of close to this overall order block. I'm still not completely sure if we're going to continue to kind of go down into this downtrend here, or if we're going to have something more of a pick-me-up where we consolidate a little bit more and then we break out again. We've done it plenty of times, which is the reason where it's like kind of like flip a coin. But the way I'd play this is I'd be looking to buy around the 1241 level if you're looking to buy, and just sell up here towards this resistance level of 13,182. I think that's reasonable. It's even on the upper end of the spectrum here. If you want to get more aggressive, you can. But I think these ones are going to be where maybe you only have 25 to 10% left of that initial buy-in there to sell it up here. Majority of my position would be out right over here, taking my profit run, and then you're playing with house money at the end of the day, and you could do it at that whatever you want, right? But at least in the 1 hour charts, they've had those crossovers back. It had that bullish sign kind of a couple hours ago. So far, you really haven't seen that big move happen. It's kind of resting off of this old breakout here with this change of character that hopefully can continue to kind of spike up, just the way I think that Bitcoin has an opportunity to spike up here. Although my trade right now, my trade right now is literally like unch since I bought it. Nothing's happened. It was up 25 bucks. Now it's up $4.89. Now it's up $2.79, $2.44, $2.35. So $1 gonna go negative here. No, it went up a couple cents. But yeah, basically just neutral here as I wait for this next hour to kind of start in the next 3 minutes. I'm thinking that's going to be the opportunity for me to just get in, out, money, profit, go spin it on. I promised my sister I'd take her out to a nice restaurant this week, or next week before she goes back to college. That's basically what that money's going to go for, paying off bills before they even accumulate. See, buy more Solana, big airdrop. I bought Solana. I'm still holding Solana. But it's a long-term play. My short-term one, I'm pretty sure, got stopped out at this point. Even see what Solana is doing right now. Yep, got stopped out. Easily stopped out. It dropped all the way down here to 85 bucks. Stopped out, stopped out, stopped out. Because for all these altcoins we were talking about, let's continue to make lower highs, but you could still trade these lower highs, right? From the low part of them to the high part of them. But now that we're starting to get closer to these downtrend levels where it's like a confirmed downtrend, that just means you're probably not going to even be looking to buy anymore. You're just looking to short, you know, take your profit, find a new place to short, take your profit. And we're kind of shifting gears here, which is, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you just know people hate to short sometimes. All they want to do is buy. And can you really blame them? No, you can't blame them. Here's a 15-minute chart of Bitcoin here. We just had a golden cross. Maybe that would help us out a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it. And hey, call, it's going pretty well. I just lit up a cigar here. It's smoking out okay. Got it from a friend, and honestly, god damn, it's just not that good of a cigar. It's you know, the pondering of the cigar right now is something I don't do. It's just that bad. Like the smoke itself isn't, it's not like it's a bad flavor or something, but the tobacco leaf on the outside itself, it kind of has this yeah, it's the outside leaf, the wrapping leaf. It just has this nasty flavor to it. So what I'm gonna do is put this out. I haven't put out a cigar early in ages. Yeah, it's just not a good fucking cigar. And I'm gonna go run upstairs very fast, and I am going to go grab another cigar, a quality cigar, like a $25 cigar, which is like way more expensive of a cigar than you really need to go for. But I think I needed to cleanse my palate because it's just that bad of a cigar. Now, can I toss this into a Jarrito thing? No, it's not fitting there. Will it fit there? This is, yeah, I mean, I got a container for it. What am I complaining about? God, yeah, just that bad of a cigar, which is sad because I usually like to try a lot of cigars. I had never tried that one before, and it just did not hit at all. All right, let's see. Well, actually, I'll get the cigar later. You know what? I'll do a crypto and cigar stream later on tonight while I'll smoke a cigar while talking about crypto. That's a good way to go about it. I won't worry about it right now because I have to go upstairs. I have to find my cutter. Where is my cutter? I have a nice cutter, but I don't know where it is. So, oh, it's actually probably just behind me, actually. Nice metal color. But I'll probably try to do a crypto and cigar stream tonight. That might be kind of interesting. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't want to have to go all the way upstairs, get the cigar, cut it, light it up again. I was really in the mood for that cigar. Try it out, see how it was. It was not good at all. It was just not good. So it's going to the trash. And it is gonna kill her. Where are we heading now? It looks like we're probably trying to head downward more. Now I've said this a few times, and I've been burned the last few times I said we've been heading down, because we would typically have these types of downward moves, but then like right after the downward move, Bitcoin finds a lot of buyers there to like crush any short opportunity. So when I say we're going down or something like that, to me it's not even worth opening up a short position. It's more of just doing some day trades to see where we can go next. I have a day trade that's going long right now with a 50x leverage play just for Bitcoin to get up another $600 or so. I'm betting on a nice pop coming up in the next hour. That's all I'm really betting on at this point. Over the next few days, the MACD never turned bullish, so I was kind of dismayed by that. The thing that kind of keeps me from being too bearish is just the spot Bitcoin ETF. When that news comes out, pop, we're looking really good. Everybody's really happy. So I think you're going to see a lot of people taking this opportunity to do a low leverage buy here with a stop loss that could be one of two levels. Respectable stop loss would be somewhere around $42,000. That's what my stop loss is right now. If you want to be even more aggressive and maybe there's another fake out happening or something, your stop loss is going to be all the way down here at 40,749. That's just a little bit too extreme for me right now, but that 2% stop loss doesn't really hurt me at all. Like if you bought right now, the stop loss is going to be about 42,000. A little over 2%, not bad. I just placed a trade with a $750 long a few minutes ago. It's up $40 now. It was actually just up like $3, so it's actually going in the right direction. But you can see how it's been kind of going sideways here. You lose some, you win some. What is this, a 5-minute chart? I've been long. Yeah, I probably bought some over here as it was dumping or over here as it was popping. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'm expecting some type of larger move to come, and I'll see how it goes. But realistically, that $42,000 stop loss is kind of mandatory for anybody that I would say that wants to make a trade right now, just in case we get snapped back or something like that. Everything gets scary again. You just want to know that, oh, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to lose. I'm not too concerned about it. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, Carl, how much they sent you back? Oh, this cigar was a gift. It's not too much of a deal. I don't even know exactly what it is. It's It's a Fratello Sweet. Oh, it has sweet in the name, so you just know it's not going to be good. Here. Camo Sweet? Yeah, one of these things. Yeah, look at that. It's $3.49. It's a pretty cheap cigar. It's not good. I like the Padron. So they have the Padrones over here. I'll do this in another stream here, but cigar offering. All right. So they have the 1926 series and the 1964s I like quite a bit. I prefer the 1926. And then they have one down here, the number 90. Right here. And they have this in two. They have it in the natural and the Maduro. I'm a big fan of these ones. The natural one's fine too. Yeah, but this is it. I need to go out and buy some more cigars. I got like a few boxes of cigars coming over my way over the next few weeks. But basically, this is one of my favorite cigars. In fact, I have like a couple cigar buds over there that I've already smoked. It's a great solid cigar, but it's like also like 25 bucks, which is kind of pricey for a cigar, to be honest. But it's a good cigar, so it's kind of worth it in my eyes. But it's not something you necessarily just buy lots of and be like, oh yeah, I have 1,000 of these cigars. I have a couple of contacts and friends across the states, and what I'm getting over the next few weeks is, let me see if I can pull this up for you. You guys might enjoy this. Let me just not show the guys information, though, because I haven't asked my friend, hey, can I share your name? And, you know, reasonably so, I don't want to be sharing anybody's info here. Just go to download here. And then you go to cigar page. Then go to login here. I'm not a robot. Right now, I'm actually going off track from Bitcoin. I'm sorry, but it's just nothing's happening on Bitcoin, to be frank. I think you guys kind of see that. We're basically just waiting to see if I make money or I'll lose a lot of money. And let's go over here to my account. And okay, one is processing, so that one hasn't left yet. But Rocky Patel. Okay. And then the next one we got here is going to be this one. This one's complete, but it's not going to come over to me yet. So this one is. Let's go over here very fast. All right. There we go. Okay. So I got a few. So I got this one coming my way. I don't actually think I got this good of a sale price. It kind of makes me mad. Maybe I did. I don't want to check. But basically, I got this little sample pack to kind of see. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what type of cigars I like so I can do reviews on them, which will be kind of fun. But these ones seem like some pretty solid cigars, and they're Churchills, which means they're a bit longer smoke, a longer time for me to be talking about them, basically. The other ones I got is this Nico pack right here from Nicaragua. Seems to be kind of cool. Some Olivias. I haven't had many Olivias. I just want to try these ones out. There's a bunch of different random flavors in here, but I think it'll be fun. They're not sweet. They're all tobacco, which is exactly the type of stuff I like. But those ones are good. And then I got a box of these coming my way pretty soon. These Rocky Patel 20th Maduros. These ones specifically, I just wanted to get some Lanceros, which are going to be pretty fun. Lanceros, like those really obnoxiously long cigars. But I figured, okay, if I have a friend that comes over, they want to look really cool smoking a cigar, and they want to put themselves on Instagram or Facebook or just share it with their friends later on. they'll be able to do that. So I got these Rocky Patel 20th Maduro Lanceros, a box of 20, cost 99 bucks. It's a pretty good deal. Normally they do go for a lot more, so this holiday sale that they're running right now makes me very, very happy. So yeah, so you know, box of 20, that should last me a very long time. Half of those, like 10 of those, will go into the humidor and they won't come out for years. So a lot of this stuff is just going to be kind of like packed down for a bit. And then the last one is going to be these ones I have coming in pretty soon. A friend, this isn't from a business, it's just from a friend. These are Cubans that I'm getting. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 beautiful Cuban cigars. These ones happen to be a lot more expensive because they are Cuban and you got to like get them inside the United States and stuff like that. So like, you know, when you go to Cuba, you can bring back cigars, but you can only bring back so many. And so when you got out like, hey, hey friend, I see you have lots of Cuban cigars. Can I buy some? It's going to be more than what they paid for down there. Excuse me. But Cuban cigars, I've never tried one before, but oh my god, each one of these is getting its own dedicated review on the new channel. So I don't know if any of you guys even like to smoke Cuban cigars. I don't even know what they taste like beyond what I've read about them. They're going to taste like a cigar, frankly, but you know, a different type. I want to just kind of see if I can taste the characteristical differences and things like that. So I'm excited to see where it may go. All right, there we go. You only trust Bitcoin, buy, hold, and repeat. It's good to dollar cost average Bitcoin. I'd recommend everybody does that just because of how it kind of continues to go up every single year. Altcoins always a little bit less reliable, but I also do a lot of dollar cost averaging with a bunch of other stuff, of course. And just like that, instead of being up 50 bucks or whatever, now I'm down 30 bucks, which is like down $19, now down $13, now down $13 basically. So there's a little bit of a shakeup going in here right now. Oh, we haven't had that new, no, we did have the new hour start up 10 minutes ago, yeah. So we'll kind of watch and see how it pans out. What's my thoughts on ALCX? Let me test it out here very fast. ALCX. Tether. This one's still been grinding over the last few days. Kind of hard to play with it because the volatility, like you don't think about it too much, but this move from here to here is a whopping 78%. It's hard to kind of fathom that. But I would say this is something you'd probably want to just double dip into. Like you want to buy a little bit if it comes back down more and then buy a little bit more on the way back up. But at this point, you see all the oscillators tilting back over, so that move is going to have to happen sooner rather than later. Otherwise, just like Bitcoin is going to be looking at something more of a prolonged downward move. Usually, if you're going to be trading something like this, it's low leverage and low amounts of money because they can move up so fast that no matter what happens, you're making a good profit. And that way, when you actually have a loss, like if the stop loss hits, you're not necessarily like freaking out about it. The stop loss I use for this one, because you can see it's clearly very, very volatile, would be all the way down here at $23. It's currently $23.24. It's currently at $28.54, which means it's going to be a pretty long stop loss of like large stop loss. I mean, 18%. But the reality is, if it just comes back up to here, you know, pop back up, looking at 22%, it comes back up to the highs, which you're kind of expecting for a swing trade type of thing. You're at 42%. The risk reward ratio is decent enough for that type of trade. 1 hour trade is going to be a little bit better. You're looking for that turnover right now. It hasn't happened yet, but basically you're banking on something more of a double bottom effect happening. We have this bottom, you have this bottom right there. You peak up, hit that resistance, break out, retest, and then off to the races. You can either buy now, single bet in, double bet in here, and then off to the races, or you can try to buy some now, wait for it to break out and retest, and then on the retest you actually buy and then play it a little bit better. Honestly, you know, the way the market's kind of going, and I'm a little more bullish on Bitcoin for the next few minutes, you know, sure, I might be more inclined to buy here, but if you want to play this a little bit less aggressive and easier pace, what I would say is just have your stop loss right down here at $28. Yeah, $28.10, something like that. And then just play it up here till $29, and that can be an easy in and out type of trade if you're looking for a day trade. Easy 4%, or you're losing 1.5%. risk rewards there. Or you could always just say, hey, my stop loss will be a little bit lower than this. Maybe it'll just be $27, not all the way down here. Or I guess you could do 26.51 instead of like this really long one, short one down here at 26 or 23. You could do it like that and be like, hey, if we move up, I can actually move that stop or that price target from $29, $30 all the way up here towards $31, which would give you a great amount of profit as well. But still, low amount of leverage, low actual investment into it, and then see where it goes after that. Because again, all I'm really banking on is a bullish move for the next couple hours. Everything after that really depends on if Bitcoin can really get a surge here while most of us are sleeping. And hey, Josh, True Gurkha cigars, try Gurkha cigars, I love them. I've seen them in the stores, I have yet to buy them. This morning I bought some cigars and I sent them over to a friend. I got him some Arturo Fuentes, one Padron, and a few other ones that I just thought he would like, but I don't really know how they taste. Got a bad taste in my mouth from that other cigar. But yeah, so we'll see how that works out. I'm basically just waiting for those other cigars to get here because as far as I know, all the cigars that I ever buy online, they're all coming from the East Coast, which means they take forever to get over here. When I could just walk over to the store and buy, not all of them. Well, see, there's a lot of cigars I can't get in the store, actually. That's why I have to go online. But yeah, I'll have to try them out pretty soon because I do know they're there. I've heard mixed reviews on them, but I think I would like them just because they have that darker flavor that I really cherish. Hey, Monica, what is your entry point for that Bitcoin long and target price? It's kind of like right where we are right now. 42,856 is a decent one. Let me do something for you guys here. Let's just see. It feels like it's very small. I think it's because I'm changing it on my phone and it's changing it on the actual computer application as well, which I don't like. Let's go with a text of 28. Oh, that's too big. I think that's reasonable right here, 20. But yeah, it's about this 42,800 level to 42,900 level, that range. Price target is very small. It's like 43,500 is the ultimate goal. Just in, out, nice and easy. That's what I'm hoping to get here. Stop loss is a little downward compared to the ratio. So it's about $42,000 stop loss. I'm hoping that it'll go up over the next hour or so, and if it does, I'll be very happy. If not, I'll lose some money, but the 2% stop loss isn't too bad. I did a 50x long, mostly because this is YouTube, and I was like, oh, let's see what happens here while we're talking. I would not necessarily do that. I would do something more realistic, like a 2 to 5% stop loss. So, if it's 5% stop loss, you fall down 2%. You've lost 10% of $100 or $1,000, whatever. It's like a $10 to $100. It's reasonable. It's manageable. It's not free. It's not gonna be like, oh shit, I just lost $2,000 in a day type of thing. And again, is Bitcoin taking a breather? It was kind of more of a liquidity attack on Bitcoin, and it kind of like caught a lot of people, including me, off guard. But yeah, right now it's kind of breathing, taking it easy, which is why I'm not doing a price target way up here. Usually when we're kind of dealing with this, we're back to dealing with these moving averages. And every time we've been breaking down below them, we've just been having surges one way or another, but just a lot of volatility here. So I'm patiently trying to wait this one out, hoping to go a little bit higher. But you're definitely seeing just a lot of I would say a lot of chaos, but people are just placing the bets. For longer term trades, it's so much more up in the air because the spot Bitcoin ETF, the technicals are still kind of bearish, but it's kind of just like, uh-oh, what do we do here? Are we going to go higher? Stuff like that. Because right now you can see that Bitcoin's trying to break down off of this teeny little trend line right there, right? And then from here, that means we can consolidate a little bit longer. What happens after that? I'm not too concerned because my stop loss is way over here, but if I had a stop loss right here, I might be a little bit more concerned. But yeah, it seems like Bitcoin's definitely needing to take a breather, but there was just so much leverage here that the liquidations just got kind of intense. I don't know if any of you guys were watching my 24-hour live streams that have the liquidation charts live on the side. Those things were going berserk during the Bitcoin crash. Absolutely berserk. They were It was going heavy. Let's see. Hey, Lewis Scratcher, how's my leverage trade today? Oh, the long-term leverage plays, yeah, they got hit hard today. I think it went down like $300, so not like a lot because I just restarted the put the money back in there. But I mean, what? I have another $500 moving out of my bank account into Fairdesk on Thursday. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah. I mean, I'll be buying $500 more of crypto tomorrow too. Regardless of what this market looks like. You can see right now Bitcoin's trying to get pushed down though. See this 5-minute chart? They're trying to push it down. A little bit of an order block down here. Oh, the 5-minute order block's a little bit better, yeah. But yeah, they're trying to push it down after this little bit of a flag, trying to break out. Nope, come back down. You see everything just turn bearish all of a sudden. Hopefully we can hold a little bit longer. But heck, I hope I don't have to go to sleep with this long here, because if I do, I'm going to be very upset. But yeah, so we at 42,722. Hoping we can have that reversal here. Daily chart though, I'm hoping we're not going to come back all the way down to the 50-day moving average. That would hurt that would hurt a lot, because that means we have to crash back down below that order block here, and then we're starting to retest all of a sudden $40,000, which would just be a big pain in the butt. I'm hoping that what normally happens on these days is we have a little bit more of a wick, right? And then we come soaring back up, a little bit of a wick, come soaring back up, or even on the green days, a wick, then soaring back up, a wick up. This one had no wick, but I guess it had a couple days of build up. Maybe it'll be something like this. If we're lucky, a little bit of a wick, then coming back up. But it's a hard one to try to trade right now. This is not an easy trade to make, because you pretty much just have to be like, okay, the way the market's going, I can see us going up a little bit. The hour chart, right, just turned green. But we have 40 minutes before this is a confirmed green here, and then after that you just kind of have to hold and wait, and just either my stop loss is going to hit or either my price targets are going to hit. One of those two things is going to happen. There's not really many variations there. Bitcoin gave everyone a surprise on its own birthday. That is 100% true. You want to have 44,000 in 6 hours? I mean, I think it's perfectly reasonable based off of what we've seen in the past and how volatile Bitcoin's been over the last few days. Let's go back over here. I just want to see if there's any more news about the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Let's see. Fresh. It's only number 4. I wonder why it's not moving up the list as fast as I thought it would on X. Dad, tell me about the night you spent refreshing Twitter feed every 2 seconds to see if Epstein list was leaked. Epstein documents confirm Donald Trump did not visit Jeffrey Epstein's home or Epstein Island. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm also a community notes member, so I see this right here. This court transcript is an interview during Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. This is not absolute confirmation. Trump's guilt. Innocent. Great. No. I don't think you need a note for something like this, but I'll just say that. Documentation does not exactly. Oh, so sorry about that Ghislaine one. This one might be a little bit better. All right. Anything else? I'll look at it. We only want the names. Shame. But yeah, we'll look at it later. Let's see. You want to have another dip? I mean, right now you're only gonna be concerned about Bitcoin having another drop later on today. Is if Bitcoin starts to fall down below $42,000. That's really where you start to see, we may actually have another crash in our hands. This consolidation that we're looking at right now, it's not all too serious. It's just kind of that day-to-day price and action that you expect. Like if we go from before the trade here, this is a 50-minute chart, right? We're used to having these types of moves, consolidating, getting squeezed, a little bit of a dip right here, popping back up, some little spikes, you know, some nasty dips over here. It happens all the time. What's happening right now for Bitcoin isn't really terrible, but again, if we start approaching the 42,000, kind of like how they're testing out this support level right here, that's where things start to get a little bit more freaky. Here's the second chart, so you can just kind of see. You can see how we've been moving down bit by bit. Ignore the oscillators because they're not going to be of any importance right now, but still. Yeah. All right, let's go back up to the 50-minute chart. They're trying. I mean, they're trying to push it down, but it just doesn't seem to be as effective. Wait for that flush out here. And hey, Rumeko, hope you're doing well, my man. Let me go over here very fast. This coin market cap, last 24 hours, we still got things going up. SEI, Akash, Lido, Arbitrum is up, BitGet tokens up. Internet Computers up a teeny bit. Beam is up a little bit here. What's going on with the USDD? That's a stable coin. That's not supposed to be depegging right now. The heck? Why is this a stable coin depegging right now in the bull market? Interesting. All right. On the other side here, you got stuff like Conflux, Theta Network, SATS, Terra Classic, and Bonk, all having some really bad moves. Even Gala is having some really bad moves right now. Filecoin's down 15%, but somehow you see a lot of these things, not all of them, but a lot of them are still up for the last 30 days. Terra Classic seems to be one of those ones that's been dying off for a while here, but not terrible. You know, a lot of stuff is still up. Bitcoin SV, it's down 13%. It's up 65% for the last 30 days. So you're still pretty much profitable for the majority of these things you're buying that are down quite a bit today. There you go. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. They're still trying to push it. There you go. Hitting the bottom of the order block right here. I don't know. Does this look worse than this or this? I don't know. It kind of all personal, you know, personal thoughts there. There you go. All right, let me let the Asian market move. Wake up. I mean, you never know. When the Asian market wakes up, you can expect increased volatility, but not necessarily increased buying, which is kind of always a pain to deal with. They really have not. Former President Bill Clinton named in Jeffrey Epstein documents. Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Oh, damn, that's nasty. Cat Williams. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I haven't seen much news there. Oh well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. There we go. Got a candle here to keep me warm. What time did Bitcoin crash this morning? You can say it started really just around 3:20 a.m. Mostly everybody was sleeping. This was like this is like early for the East Coast. West Coast is fast asleep. Europe is awake. Asia's kind of at night, I would assume. Not like night, but like they're getting to dusk time, like they're evening, they're eating dinner and stuff. But yeah, it happened really fast. But I mean, all you had to see is wait for that breakdown right there. See how we tried to hold support for a little bit? Broke down, came down hard, and there we went. Do I have those do I have those smart money tests? No. I remember I did some GAN boxes a while ago, but I don't remember what those. Oh, there's GAN right there. Any of these still sticking? No, all the GAN boxes are gone. That's interesting. Coinbase. Nope, they're all gone. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I thought I had some, but apparently I do not have any GAN boxes. I just want to see if we got rejected by one of those levels. And none of these are. Nope. Okay. And there's the 5-minute chart there. Nothing crazy happening. We're just, again, kind of bouncing around. Long, low leverage, 3x thoughts. Liquidation level 29,900. I think that's fine. And just make sure that your price to your pricing ratio is working out. So make sure like you're trying to make twice or 3 times the loss potential. It'll keep you sane while all this crazy stuff goes on. Usually when I'm doing trades like that, I kind of double down and triple down, quadruple down, quintuple down, sextuple down, whatever, sectuple down, octuple down. Every single time we have a larger move down, I tend to buy more and more and more. You just have to make sure that even with those low leverages, you're not risking any types of liquidations occurring. And as long as that's going to happen, which I doubt it would with a 3x leverage, I think you should be fine. But basically, usually in those type of situations, I really won't have a floor myself, because it sounds more like a very long-term trade instead of a trade you might be holding for just a month or something like that. If you're looking for those longer time trades, longer type of trades, I think it's fine. I saw you live on Bitcoin yesterday. You wish to stay extra hours to catch a huge crash on Bitcoin this morning. What do you call? I don't know if I don't think I was on Bitcoin live on Bitcoin yesterday. I don't know. I don't think there's many black crypto creators that talk about Bitcoin in a more serious capacity. I know there's a lot that kind of fling just shit all over the place and say like, hey, follow me and sign up for this new thing that's going to make you a lot of money. I could have gone that path, I guess. But the money is not good as far as I'm concerned. It's more about, you know, I like to be part of the community, know people, get invited to events, have fun stuff, you know. It's a lot easier to do that than risk getting the government's wrath because you're selling shit products to people that are desperate need of like financial help. But I don't know. I forget a lot of what I say from day to day because of my ADHD. I just try to give you guys my information from day to day, which is why when I place trades like the ones I just did a few minutes ago, I'm like, okay, well, here's the price target, here's the stop loss. One of the two things is going to happen, you know, because, you know, after the stream, I still got a bunch of work to do. I still got to rearrange my living room. I got to sweep up in there. I got to use my, I got to basically like wipe down everything from a little bit of dust. I still got a lot of work to do later on today. And then I'm going to maybe heat up some old pizza from the bowl game a couple days ago and then eat that with my sister. Unless it's not good or something, then I'll probably just order some Chinese food takeout. But yeah, you know, I have bad memory. I think you guys know that by now. Oh, you're talking about this channel? I mean, I probably could have talked about it. My feeling about Bitcoin is every single time I talk about it being bearish, sure, it'll have a bearish move, kind of what we saw earlier today, but it's just the fact that every time that we've had that after that bearish move has occurred, we've seen a significant spike from bulls coming back in to buy up everything. I am playing with that significant spike right now. That's what I'm betting for it to happen. But, you know, we'll see. Remember, my price target's kind of around that $43,500 range. That takes off a chunk. Then there's a little bit more of a chunk, like $44,000, wherever I put that price target. The rest of it's just going to be riding to see where it goes next. And I'll share with you guys how it does tomorrow. Yeah, I'll either lose $1,500, like I said, or I'll make, you know, a few $100 and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm hoping if it does have a skyrocket moment, I'm waking up later on tomorrow, that the excess that I have, that last 25%, will go up to a degree that'll make me fairly happy to have opened up that position. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, Bitcoin feels a little bit more bullish than bearish. You're pretty much just making sure that, oh my God, bears aren't going to come in here and try to wreck the party for day 2. This is not a trade for a new investor to make because they're probably going to be much more skittish about it, and they're probably going to try to go too heavy on the leverage. Right now, I don't think you need to have a large leverage. I think a 5x leverage or a 10x leverage would be perfectly fine, but preferably, you know, for most people, a 5x leverage with the 2% stop loss, 10% loss if it does hit the stop loss, you're fine, 10%. I don't know how much you guys normally trade on a single trade, but if I'm trading $100 and I lost 10% of that, I lost $10. I'll live. If I normally trade $1,000, I lost $100. If I normally trade $10,000, I lost $1,000. You know, and so forth. There, I'm okay with those type of losses. It's still money that you don't want to lose, so that's why I'm like being more skeptical about this. But the thing that made me much more aggressive about this play specifically is because I'm using a 50x leverage, and I'm not trading with a 2x leverage or 5x leverage with a larger amount of capital like I might. I'm actually doing a lower amount of capital with a higher leverage to kind of see where that goes. I originally thought of doing about $1,000 position, but now I scaled it back down to $750 just because I've upped the leverage so much, up to 50x. It's been overbought after the dip and people are still buying in huge quantity. Oh yeah, I mean, everybody's just waiting for that Bitcoin spot ETF. As long as that's coming out, everybody's still going to be very, very excited about where we go next. Heck, I'm excited to see what happens when the Bitcoin spot ETF comes out. There we go. But you know, as we kind of look over here, you can still see a lot of altcoins down over the last couple of hours. Not a lot, but down. You know, again, not a lot, but it's just the way it is. Theta is down 2, STMX is down 2, Solana is up 0.27, Matic is down a little bit, Pepe down, Mana down, Luna, Litecoin, Loom. You know, a lot of stuff's down. I'm not really panicking right now. I've had a good couple, last couple weeks here after I got back from Christmas. But right now you can kind of see this tilting down a little bit. How much further do we have to go? Can we hold? 1 hour chart, you're basically just trying to break above the 20 here as it comes down below the 200, and you're just waiting for that larger move. I think it's going to be an okay trade, but we'll see. There we go. All right, let's go back over here. Trending. They really aren't giving out many of the documents here. Latest. No, I don't know. The news, will talk about it a little bit, but honestly, I'm going to turn to the podcasters. When you have big news like the Epstein case, the podcasters are usually where you want to go because I feel like they're going to be more in depth. If you watch like a CNN or Fox or an MSNBC, they typically go through a few things and there's like tons of data just like, oh, we don't know what happened to it. It is kind of tossed to the side, which I think is not the depth of detail I'm looking for in these documents. Because people have been talking about this for years now. Years and years and years. And hey, Cheat Code Fitness, why has ICP been so bullish? I think because relative to a lot of other altcoins over the past few years, it was so oversold, so bearish, that all of a sudden a lot of those shorts are finally getting liquidated out of there, and people are really excited just to kind of buy it up and see where it goes next, because people like me back in the day, we would make fun of this sucker for a long time. Look at the monthly chart. This thing was coming down month after month after month with like maybe one good month here, then like 5 bad months, 2 good months here, which are kind of basically sideways, 3 bad months, 1 good month, 5 bad months, 1 good month, 2 bad months, 1 good month, 2 bad months, and it was never good. And now it's finally having that big ricochet effect. And you know, like I said before, with a couple other companies and cryptocurrencies that I buy, it is actually a company. They're actually trying to do stuff. So if I go over here to ICP, where be it? There it is. Oh, this is a multiple or something. There you go. World computer is our future. Blocks process, transaction, smart contract memory, internet computer dashboard, see the L1 comparison, whatever. Right? It's doing stuff. Something is important about it. Networks releases, you know, governance, all types of stuff here. Updates going on 12/18 before the Christmas. Right over here, I don't know when this update came out, but basically, oh sorry, 12/18 also. You know, there's stuff going on here. There's stuff going on. It's a business. They're making money. Not as much money as I'm sure they want to be making, but they're making money. and so people are kind of they gravitate towards things like that. Right now, they're more sideways, as you can see on the 15-minute chart. 4-hour chart, a little bit more of a pop here after that little bit of a breakout that we saw. But, you know, pretty much same trajectory as always, or as we talked about before. A few days ago, it's over here before I pulled out. All right, so if I'm gonna keep on promoting this because I need to get followers on this because people have been asking me for it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I say everybody, this is my Telegram channel called Michael's Charts. I think I have a link down below if you want to go to it. Nobody can talk in it besides me, so you're not hitting a lot of spam or something. It's just me saying, hey, you know, whatever. Well, let me see right here. If I do this. Is there a way to do this? I don't know. Well, basically, YouTube doesn't push out my posts and stuff, so I'm making this. Rough day for Bitcoin so far. This is December 28th. All right. Overall, I'm still bearish for the next few days until we get out of this bullish signals back up. Where's that? Oh, here it is. So, day trade of the day is going to be ICP. The 15-minute signals are working like a charm. So, you know, we start talking about this stuff before the pops. People can turn my day trades into swing trades if they want to. That's totally up to them. But I was kind of more iffy about Bitcoin, and I guess kind of rightfully so based on how we've gone. But Bitcoin did I don't even know what you call it, a surprise. So it broke out, then crashed, which makes everything a lot more complicated, which makes people like me wrong because something good happened before the bad stuff happened. But you know, this is something where I tell you guys about it quite a bit, or I tell jokes like Jim Cramer today saying that, hey, Bitcoin can't be killed. But for this one, you know, it's still something I would say dollar cost average into it, but I'm not necessarily buying up large quantities because we're getting close to this order block right here. You know, I just have long-term positions in here, not really medium-term or swing trades. Those day trades, you know, they can take you pretty well. Like here's the 15-minute chart. When you get into oversold territory, or excuse me, overbought, have that crossover, looking good, looking good, looking good. MACD looking good. All the way down at the bottom right here. Really didn't turn bullish though for the MACD until over here. So the buy signals over here, looking good. Those 15-minute signals are working out very well. Right now though, it's just, I would be careful because you get into that choppy territory. And it didn't turn bullish for both until RSI turned. See, when a bearish change of character though, so we have to wait a little bit more. Very choppy with the MACD. Where did we get everything good? Right here, 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 here. Kind of late if you ask me, because I might have bought over here even though we had a dip. But you know, it generally went in the right direction. Here, 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 here. Change of character happened right here for this one. That was fine. Oh, was the change of character? The change of character was still bullish at that time anyway. So yeah, so it works out pretty well. But right now, Bitcoin's still getting pushed down, even with a little spot. Somebody's trying to push Bitcoin down right now. Kramer was live talking about, yeah, just talking about that, yeah. So, it's not Kramer's fault or anything like that. He's a joke because of how many bad trades he makes. Remember during the 2022 recession where he was basically saying, "This is so great, it can't fall, it can't fall." Then all of a sudden, boom, his picks were down like 50 to 60%, and he was still saying, "Buy them, buy them." And then only when he said, "I'm selling everything," did the market go up. It's like textbook. What are you talking about? Moments here. But yeah, it is what it is with that guy. I don't really like his personality all too much. He seems kind of cocky. And then when I've tried to watch his show Mad Money, I feel like I'm not learning anything. He'll talk about a company, but I don't feel like I've gained any knowledge from people asking him a question just to hear his answer. Just, I don't know. I think people find him more as an entertaining character rather than a professional one. I know he does interviews every now and again with CEOs and stuff. I'd rather just have somebody else interview those people because I don't really respect Jim Cramer. Not much at all. But yeah, not something I like. Not somebody I like. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I'll go live a little bit more, maybe later on tonight if Bitcoin starts to crash again, or I'll probably go live twice tomorrow. But I really got to fix up the rest of my living room here since they fixed up the floors. They left a bunch of dust everywhere, and I have to clean all that up so it doesn't mess with my expensive equipment, which I have over there. Plus, my sister's only in town for a few more days, so we're going to have movie night tonight, and we're going to... I don't know. I have a bunch of streaming platforms. You know, I'll find something to watch. I'm sure I'll be excited about whatever it chooses to be. Right now, Bitcoin's hitting a consolidation zone. I do have a long right now. That long has a stop loss at $42,000, which is currently $643 less than where we are right now. And my short-term price target is kind of close to like 43,500. I'm hoping that it works out. If it doesn't, I will definitely let you guys know I made a stupid trade tomorrow. But I'm hoping it doesn't come down to that. Keep an eye out for some more cigar videos coming out soon on the other channel. I probably won't smoke on this channel again, especially since this cigar was just so fucking bad. So fucking bad. So fucking bad. Yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks.